Hey, what's going on? Are you on the fence about looking for a new job? Insecure, not sure if you should actually start a new position somewhere else because you're not liking where you are, or you're looking for more money and more compensation, more holidays, more vacations, and just to get away from your boss? Well, here's one thing you should do, regardless if you're looking or not, right? The one thing you should actually do is get your resume up to date. Put everything that you're doing currently, because it's no harm. Because the best way for you to get moving forward with yourself, whether it's in this field or any other field, is to practice. And my point is, you should really just put yourself out on the market, whether you're looking or not. Because if you sit through interviews now, even though you've been at a place for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you don't plan on leaving, I'm pretty confident something out there will entice you. Possibly. But you wouldn't know until you actually try it. So what's the harm in doing it, right? So I just want to show you guys a couple of things on where I go and how I do it. I've actually recently sat through multiple interviews, and I don't want my employer to actually know this. From Indeed all the way to LinkedIn and Monster. Now, Monster, not so much. I even actually go, because I'm in New York City, I go to nyc.gov. And nyc.gov, if you don't know where that is, it's one hell of a place to be honest. And then there's a link on jobs. Here, if you actually type in cyber, you get tons and tons of cybersecurity jobs. Now, the pay may not be equal or more than where you may find in the private sector, but I guarantee you, as far as the compensation and the pension and the holidays and a lot of other perks, all right, that kind of equals out the not paying so much. But don't get me wrong, there's a lot of positions here, right? We'll just take one cybersecurity analyst from Department of Environmental Protection. They are trying to be competitive. You got this range of 78,000 to 113,000 annually. And don't freak out over these civil service titles. Those titles you can always sit in and actually take it later on as you're in the position. The only difference is that these positions or these titles don't actually exist yet. So there's no actual exam. So what you be is, if they hire you, they'll just put you temporarily into this title, and you're not an actual permanent, civil service public servant until the exam actually comes out. But there are other titles that are permanent, there are exams out there for it currently, but it's not constant. Don't think of these exams as something like, I could just register and take like the Security Plus or CISSP or CISM. They're timed, and they come in rotation of, it could be like 4 or 5 years later, and the exam comes out throughout that time, and you just have to keep an eye out on it. Usually the HR will notify you that these exams are available to take now, or you'll get email notifications from the unions that offer these exams for you to take, to make sure that you are sitting in a permanent position, so that way you don't get fired actually. So anyway, I would say put yourself out there, even for the city jobs. Even if you don't have these civil service titles, just put your resume out there, submit them, go through the list to see what fits into your category of, in your field currently. As far as cybersecurity, you got cybersecurity engineers, you got cybersecurity analysts, so many different things. And I've been watching other YouTubers talking about like the compensation, the money's there, the money's definitely there, the positions, and the amount of jobs that people are looking for, because right now we're in a world of needing more cybersecurity experts. Now it's getting to a point where the division is dividing so much. I work for a firm that maybe has a handful of people for supporting over a couple of thousand people, so we're very tight-knitted group, but we don't have a lot of the resources some other bigger companies may have, like a few SOC analysts and some incident responders. I'm practically, myself and a couple other engineers are the go-to people for a well-rounded DLP solution, patch management with dealing with other teams. So many different things you can do, and we are just short staffed. But unfortunately, not all organizations have the budget to hire more people. And if you're fortunate enough to be in that position right now where you're happy and you're satisfied with everything that's going on, which I probably find it hard to believe. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Put your resume together and put yourself out there. You never know what may happen. You may land something that's fully remote. You may land something that's hybrid. Or you may think you have a sweet deal now with compensation, bonuses, time off, and flexibility. Great. I'm not saying leave. I'm just saying practice. Practice. Put yourself out into the market and just practice to see where you stand. Right now, if you get an offer, oh my goodness, even better, because at that point you know you still got what it takes to be out there on the market. It's sort of like dating, right? So anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here. Please remember to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be putting out more videos geared towards cybersecurity for sure. And thank you.